Welcome to Ask and Learn.
You're given a slope field and some initial conditions, and you're asked to find a solution which satisfy these initial conditions. Slope field given is slope field 3. And in part A, the initial condition that we're given is that y of 0 equals 1. I'll draw this graph in black. So we have a point at 0, 1. And we can see by following the slopes as parallel as possible that we have, as x approaches positive infinity, an asymptote y equals 2, and as x approaches negative infinity, function also approaches negative infinity. It look like what may be something like a hyperbola, except for it doesn't have a vertical asymptote. Then, in part B, we're asked to find the solution with initial condition y of 0 equals 2.5. I'll graph this in red. So in particular, we have the point 0, 2.5. And if we follow the slopes as nearly as possible, we get that as x approaches infinity, the graph approaches an asymptote y equals 2, and as x approaches negative infinity, the graph approaches positive infinity. This looks something like a reflection of our first graph across the asymptote y equals 2, and then a contraction in the vertical direction. In part C, we're asked to find the solution with initial condition y of 0 equals 3.5. I'll graph this in green, so we know that the point 0, 3.5 lies on this graph, and if we follow the slopes in the slope field as nearly as possible, we get that as x approaches infinity, this graph approaches an asymptote of y equals 2, and x approaches negative infinity, this graph approaches positive infinity. So we see we have what looks like perhaps a stretch vertically of our previous graph, and is again a reflection of our first graph across the asymptote y equals 2.